Eating the right things to build muscle can be pretty challenging to do day in and day out. Sure, in the beginning, you might be okay with eating the same 5 or 6 high protein meals on rotation, but at some point, you're going to get sick of constantly eating the same things, and in general, you're going to have cravings for things like snacks that are crunchy or sweet. On top of that, some days, you're just not going to have enough time to meal prep. And the good news is that you can satisfy both your cravings and a busy schedule while still building muscle just by having a few of the high protein snacks that I'm about to go over. And the first one is a very simple, long-time bodybuilding favorite: string cheese. When choosing which string cheese to get, you have the option of light, which is usually made partially with skim milk, or you can choose regular string cheese that's made entirely with whole milk. And the difference is that regular string cheese has about 80 calories with 6 grams of protein and 6 grams of fat. Meanwhile, light string cheese only has 50 calories with the same 6 grams of protein, but only 2.5 grams of fat. In reality, either of these snacks are fine, but if you're trying to stay really lean while gaining muscle, you can save almost half the calories by going with light string cheese, or you can just have 2 light string cheese sticks for pretty much the same calories that one regular string cheese stick would have, except you would be getting in 12 grams of protein. And unlike many other light products, if you get a good brand, light string cheese can actually taste really good, just as good as regular string cheese. Next is a sweet snack that can help you destroy your cravings for dessert. And the nutrient profile is something that is pretty good for someone trying to bulk up. I'm talking about Quest cookies. Quest is a company that's known for making protein bars that taste delicious, and they definitely don't disappoint when it comes to their cookies. One Quest chocolate chip cookie has 15 grams of protein and only 1 gram of sugar. However, it is high in fat and fiber, so just one cookie will add 250 calories. That's why this snack is a lot better for someone that's trying to do a dirty bulk, although you can definitely fit 250 calories into your plan while still staying lean. In either case, this can be a great high protein option compared to a regular cookie, which at this size would have almost 300 calories, over 20 grams of sugar, and only 3 grams of protein. Another one of Quest snacks that happens to be crunchy instead of sweet is their flavored tortilla chips. And these have a much friendlier macronutrient profile for staying lean. They also taste really good. Looking at one of the varieties, spicy and sweet, we see that one bag of 32 grams of Quest chips provides 140 calories with a whopping 19 grams of protein, only 5 grams of carbs, and 4.5 grams of fat. When we compare that to Doritos spicy and sweet chili chips, we can see that for a smaller serving of Doritos, we still end up with the same 140 calories, but out of those calories, only 2 grams are made up of protein instead of 19 like the Quest chips. Most of the calories come from the 18 grams of carbohydrates and the 7 grams of fat per serving. Now, instead of buying prepackaged Quest chips, you can make your own high-protein chips with Parmesan cheese, or you can buy them as well. For example, Wisp's Parmesan Cheese Crisps contain 13 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, and only 1 gram of carbohydrates. But like I said, if you have Parmesan cheese at home and you want to make these on your own, it's very easy. You would simply take 1 tablespoon of Parmesan cheese and place it flat on parchment paper or a non-stick oven pan, and you would do this over and over again to make multiple Parmesan cheese crisps. Then preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and cook them for about 3 to 5 minutes or until they become golden brown and crispy. Another option if you like cheese doodles and cheese puffs is Twin Peaks keto-friendly protein puffs. Now this company really nailed the macros on the snack. One cup will provide 130 calories with an insane 21 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, and only 2 grams of carbs. With this kind of macronutrient profile, you can't really go wrong in terms of providing your body the protein it needs to build muscle without much extra calories. The issue is that even though many people like these protein puffs, myself included, the issue is that reviews are mixed. Some people like them, some people hate them. So it's up to you if you want to give them a shot. Moving on to another very quick high protein source that actually a lot of people don't know about, we have Icelandic yogurt. Everyone already knows that regular plain yogurt usually will have much less protein than Greek yogurt. But the protein champion when it comes to yogurt is actually Icelandic yogurt, also known as skyr. And it contains even more protein than Greek yogurt. To save calories, make sure that you don't get a flavored variety since it will have a lot of added sugars. Instead, combine your yogurt with a calorie-free flavored water enhancer, or you can choose to add your own fruit like blackberries, blueberries, or raspberries. Another dairy-based food that has been used as a high-protein snack or meal replacement for a long time is cottage cheese. And if you don't like cottage cheese by itself, you should know that it can be used in many recipes that you will actually like. For example, you can make a high-protein sour cream by simply combining a cup of cottage cheese with 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and blending it in a blender. It actually tastes almost identical, and you could use it as a base for a high-protein dip for your Quest chips. Or you can use it to make healthy high-protein tacos. In either case, you're going to get way more protein and way less fat by using cottage cheese instead of sour cream. There are other things you can do with the cottage cheese as well, like making protein pudding or combining it with salsa. The only problem with dairy-based snacks is that you have to keep them refrigerated, which is absolutely not true for beef, chicken, and ostrich sticks. Although I don't recommend it, dried meat sticks like this can sit in a hot car for hours and still be perfectly edible. They also happen to have a great macronutrient profile for building muscle. Chomp's beef sticks, for example, contain 90 calories, made up of 9 grams of protein, 6 grams of fat, and 0 carbohydrates. That's pretty good, but if you want something even leaner, you can go with ostrich sticks. The original flavor has only 80 calories, made up of 14 grams of protein, 1.5 grams of fat, and only 2 grams of carbs. Next is PB2 and celery. Really, you can have PB2 with anything, whether that's celery or apples, but celery hardly has any calories. So if you want a high protein snack that's low in calories and can help you manage cravings, then I highly recommend having something like celery with your PB2. And for those of you that don't know what PB2 is, it's basically a dehydrated form of peanut butter that contains 3 times less calories and 90% less fat than regular peanut butter. You simply mix it with some water and it serves as a great replacement for any peanut butter snacks that you like to have. Let's move on to a quick high protein beverage, or rather I should say shot. The strawberry flavored Vital Proteins Collagen Shot contains 7 grams of protein and only 3 grams of carbs. This comes out to 40 calories, which isn't a bad deal. As the name implies, this shot also helps you take in more collagen, which is a unique type of protein mostly found in broths, bones, and tendons. Many people don't get enough collagen in their diet, and that's unfortunate because collagen provides benefits like younger looking skin, improved joint mobility, and increased bone strength. Another beverage that could be used as a quick snack for building muscle is a simple protein shake. If you're trying to stay lean, a regular protein shake with some PB2 added in can taste really good and can help fill you up. Specifically, a casein-based protein shake can help you feel full for longer than a whey-based protein shake because casein takes much longer to digest. But either way, if you're looking to make your protein shake taste better, you can add a tablespoon of PB2, skim milk, and half a banana before blending it all together. If you're doing a dirty bulk, you can also add oatmeal, coconut oil, and whole milk instead of skim milk. Next is a solid high protein snack that can be made quickly and can be eaten cold or warm. Hard-boiled eggs. Now, I have mentioned hard-boiled eggs many times before, so an alternative can be to make egg muffins and take them with you on the go since they can be eaten cold or warm. They're also very easy to make. All you need is a muffin tray, eggs, veggies, and some seasonings. And speaking of veggies, one vegetable that happens to be very high in protein is edamame. As a snack, you probably won't have more than half a cup or a full cup of edamame before you start feeling full from all the fiber and the protein. Just half a cup of edamame has 9 grams of plant-based protein. You just want to make sure that when combined with other soy-based products like tofu and soy milk, you're not having an excessive amount of soy in your diet on a daily basis. If you're just having 1 or 2 servings of soy in the form of edamame, you should be totally fine. Another crunchy, high-protein snack similar to Quest chips is Popcorners Flex. Popcorners makes many delicious, relatively low-calorie pop tortilla chips, and the high-protein Flex variety they offer isn't quite as good as the Quest chips from a macronutrient perspective, but it is still really good. And these are available in most supermarkets. A similar serving of Popcorners Flex will contain around 90 calories with 10 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fat. Pork rinds are a really good high protein snack that can help you meet your daily protein requirements as well. Just like the Quest chips mentioned earlier, pork rinds are higher in protein than they are in fat and carbohydrates. 1/2 ounce serving will provide you with about 80 calories, 9 grams of protein, and only 5 grams of fat. This is much better than your typical carb-loaded crunchy snack. Now, if you're strictly trying to bulk up and you don't really care about gaining some fat in the process, nuts can also be a great, moderately high protein snack. Walnuts, cashews, and almonds are relatively high in protein. However, they're also higher in carbohydrates and fats as well. So even though this doesn't matter in a dirty bulk, just like the high protein cookie we talked about earlier, if you happen to eat too many almonds, cashews, or walnuts, you can definitely gain body fat along with the muscle. Also, as an alternative to meat sticks, you can have jerky instead, which is another snack that can help reduce hunger without adding too many carbohydrates or fat. You can make beef jerky on your own pretty easily with a dehydrator, or you can buy pre-packaged jerky at the store, but it will contain preservatives and some added sugars. So when choosing which one to get, you just have to make sure that you go for the original or the unflavored varieties, as those will have the least amount of added sugar. A serving of Jack Link's original beef jerky contains 11 grams of protein, 6 grams of carbs, and just 1 gram of fat. Now, one snack that I haven't mentioned that, once again, Quest does a really good job with is a regular protein bar. When you find a delicious tasting protein bar, it can really help satisfy your sweet tooth. And Quest has all different kinds of flavors, and most of their macronutrient profiles check out. Just make sure to read the nutrient label to ensure that the protein bar doesn't have too much added sugar. If you're having trouble figuring it out, another brand that pretty much has no sugar and tastes really good is Pure Protein bars. Last but not least is one that many of you won't call a snack, but I want to mention it anyway because it is high in protein and I think it can help a lot of you with your pasta cravings. I'm talking about black bean pasta. Black bean pasta is made up of black beans and water. That's it. It also contains 25 grams of protein and 17 grams of carbs, 12 of which are fiber. A similar serving size of regular pasta contains about the same amount of carbohydrates, but only 4 grams of protein rather than 25. And again, I've had black bean pasta, and with some salsa, it tastes great. So that about wraps it up. If you've enjoyed this video and maybe you got a few new high protein snacks out of it, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you can see more helpful content just like this. Also, aside from high protein snacks, you'll definitely need to be eating high protein meals with natural single ingredient foods. So I have a video that I'll link up below that'll go over the best high protein foods for muscle growth. Or if you want to skip all the trial and error, you can just head on over to my website where you can get everything from programs designed to help you burn fat or build muscle, to recipe books, to a one-on-one coach that customizes every last detail of your plan. To find out more, you can click the link in the description below, or you can just head on over to my website directly at gravitytransformation.com. I'll see you guys soon.